All right, so what we're going to talk about today is the unfortunate injury that Zoey Stark sustained on Raw last night. And I know a lot of people, oh, Zoey Stark, she's just a jobber. Dude, as somebody who does this, this was horrible to see because she just got back from a knee injury, and this is her fourth one. For somebody so talented, it's going to be a shame because this could, by all accounts, be the end of the road for her in-ring career and wrestling in general. And it's sad because a couple years ago, she was getting a big push. One of the most pure athletic women on the roster. Just from a physical attribute standpoint, I would venture a guess to say she could be physically stronger than Rhea Ripley. Obviously, the audience has never, she doesn't resonate with the audience the way Rhea does. But just in terms of sheer athleticism, probably up at the top of the list. And we're going to look at this. We're going to break this down. So it just, God, it was so horrible to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this, and we're gonna take a look at what happens here when this injury occurs. All right, and I hate having to say this, but because of YouTube and their draconian copyright rules based on WWE not allowing you to show 3 to 4 seconds of a clip without them trying to block your video, here's the setup, and I've zoomed in on both sides of the ring. As you can see on one, Kairi's Sane, she's focused on Rhea Ripley outside the ring, getting ready to attempt a dive to the outside. Zoey Stark on the complete opposite side of the ring, getting ready for her vault, springboard, missile drop kick, where she's proven time and time again she can clear the distance needed to make this. Now, something happens, and I said this was on Kairi because she spent too much time focusing on Rhea, and I'm not blaming her for the injury, but when you really look at it, this kind of was on her. As I said earlier to somebody on Facebook, I'm like, Kairi's job is to be the crash pad here. Zoey's going to crash into her. She has to be there to absorb that and take the brunt of it. Zoey's going to take a big back bump off the drop kick or, land face down, rotate in the air. Kairi wasn't there. You can hear Zoey yell to her. I'm going to play the lead up, and then we'll play the actual execution, and then I'll isolate the audio. So Zoey's prepping on the other side of the ring. Kairi's ready. Zoey gets ready to launch, and here she goes. Bang! And there goes that knee. And you can see Kairi was behind a step on her turning to prepare for Zoey to make her landing. Just listen for it right here. All right, Zoey launches from the opposite side of the ring, which for a, 5'9" woman, she's got the springs to do it. We've seen it. She lands just past midway in the ring. Now, her leg, you see she's landing wrong on that leg, trying to come down because she knows Kairi's not in position. There's the knee. We see the arrow pointing to the spot Sane is supposed to be in. She's 3.5 to 4 steps behind at this point for somebody her height, which basically caused this whole thing. It was just poorly timed. I don't want to put the blame on Kairi Sane because she's going to feel bad. She's going to feel horrible about this. So we'll play the landing in full speed.
Zoey went for that missile drop kick,
and you can see we got both clips in slow motion, the fan footage and the official footage from the hard cam. That is just difficult to watch. I'm not going to replay it again. I feel horrible for Zoey Stark. I really do. And to Kairi Sane's credit, when Zoey made contact with her, Kairi took a bump, sold it, allowed the official and the doctor to get in there. Rhea did the same thing, drew the attention away from Zoey. And, God, you could hear her in the background, clutching that knee and basically just writhing in agony because she just destroyed her entire knee. And damn, what a shame it is. I feel bad, and this is the double-edged sword to being a superstar at this level. Is so much is expected of you. There is so much timing that go into these moves, and this goes for anybody who steps foot in the ring. I mean, she could have easily audibled out of that spot, you know, and I'm not blaming Zoe. I'm not blaming Zoe, and I don't want to blame Kyrie either. Rhea really wasn't involved in the spot at all. She was on the outside, you know, kind of the fake out. So, yeah, this is an issue with high spots. We saw this with Bronson Reed and, you know, guys, you know, 300-plus pounders taking dives off the top of a cage and, you know, these coast-to-coast moves. Yeah, there's so much margin for error and so many things can go wrong that putting yourself in this position is inadvisable, but the fans clamor for it and everybody wants to have a 3-second highlight video to put on social media. So there is pressure for workers who work this style to constantly up the ante until you have no place else to go, until you're like, hey, open the roof of this retractable stadium, get a helicopter about, 20,000 feet up, and I'll parachute down and drop an elbow, but I'll cut the parachute when I'm about 20 feet up, and then I'll just free fall down and drop an elbow or hit a Canadian destroyer into, some stupid, add your dumb flippy shit move title right there. And that's what they'll end up doing. I mean, yeah, this is just, it's sad. It really is. I hate to see anybody get injured severely in the wrestling ring. I don't care if I'm a fan of theirs, their character or not. These are men and women with families and careers and bills to pay. And now, Zoe Stark is not going to be able to work for possibly never in the wrestling business again. Like I said, I don't want to doom and gloom it. I don't want to black pill it. I simply feel bad that she just sustained this kind of injury. So, folks, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the whole situation? Do you think she'll come back? When they probably announced it, we'll have to update this and see if they've announced exactly what happened to her knee as far as the extent of the injury. No update yet on the extent of the injuries. I just checked, took a break from editing to do that. So, folks, you see it on the screen. Thank you for watching. We at Wrestling with Horror, all of us, we appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share the videos, comment, please. We enjoy comments in the comment section. Start the discussion. Be sure to tune in every Monday night, 8:05 Eastern, right here for Wrestling with Horror Nitro. Tuesdays, Tuesday Night Terror Vision. Myself and a guest review a movie a week, just like tonight. Dario Argento's Inferno. Yes, we love the giallo movies here. As much as we love wrestling, we love horror. We do both and so much more, folks. Join us so many ways, but just subscribe. It's free. It always will be. I'm Pete from Wrestling with Horror. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it is always better to burn out
than to fade away.